I mean, you're in a knockout, drag out, fight for survival. Killers are coming at you from all angles. You finally survive and get out of this. And what's the first thing you want? Pancakes. What up? Welcome back to another Bones Reviews. And this time, I just finished watching Final Girl. Now, this is a 2015 film directed by Tyler Shields, starring Abigail Breslin, Wes Bentley, and Airbud World Pup himself, Alexander Ludwig. This movie, it has a really good premise. It's basically about there's like a society or a team or some kind of organization that is out hunting serial killers. You don't really get a lot of backstory on that, which I think was kind of missing from the film. If they would have got into a little bit more of what this is or what it's like encompasses, it would have been a little bit better. But basically, Wes Bentley's character William is has trained Abigail Breslin's character Veronica since she was a little girl, how to kill, how to fight, how to be smart, and basically to kill serial killers. So their target this time is a group of high schoolers that kill their classmates. They take them out into the woods, they play games with them, and they end up eventually killing them. Basically, Abigail Breslin, the little girl from Little Miss Sunshine, she has taken on older roles. She was in the Call with Halle Berry, where she played a little bit different character, but in this movie I think her acting was like hit or miss, because in some situations where she felt like comfortable, I feel, and stuff, you could tell she was like acting smoothly, but in some parts where you could tell that she she was like out of her element, you could really tell that the acting was like had no soul. And one thing especially was in the fight training and the fight sequences. I mean, she could not throw a punch to break out of a paper bag. I mean, it was just, that was the only part, was that it was really unbelievable that little Abigail Breslin could take on like a regular average sized man, and then the way she throws her punches and stuff, it just looks kind of, I'm not sure if they used a stunt double like later on where it looked a little bit more crisp, but as a fighter, you could kind of tell like the way they throw punches have no oomph behind them. But I mean, that's a little nitpick. But there's a part where one of the killers, I mean, he like reaches back and he hauls off and he just like lays into her, and she just like turns her head and like dusts it off. And I'm like, man, that punch would have like turned a normal human man's head into popcorn powder, and it just didn't do anything to her. She just like shrugged it off and was like, come on, so that was kind of like, but it's a good, it was a good movie. It wasn't terrible, but it didn't really go anywhere. Now, there was a couple of scenes that I really enjoyed, which was like one of the killers dances with his axe, and like it has a name, and he like dances with it before they pick him up to go out to the killing and stuff. Of course, Mailbox Baseball makes an appearance from Stand By Me. What else? And my favorite scene of the whole movie, which is kind of funny because it was like the last scene, is when the end. You know, you get to the end, and the main killer gets his due, and like basically it's like he he sees all the girls that they had killed like coming out of the forest, and like I'm getting chills right now just thinking about it. But they like come out of the forest, and then like they're making noises, and it's really creepy. And one of the girls like is like floating, like her feet are floating off the ground. Oh man, it just like really gave me the chills, and that was the most chills I got from the whole movie. And sadly, it was the very end of the movie, so I'm not gonna spoil anything for anybody, but it's a good movie to watch once. It's not, that great, so I am gonna have to give it one rewatch out of five. This is one of the lower scoring movies, but I mean, I can't really see myself rewatching it again. Wes Bentley was in there, but he wasn't really in there a lot. He didn't have a lot to do. His character was kind of like stoic and like unemotional. So there's a little bit of story in there between her and Wes Bentley's character. And it has to do with like her growing up and trying to, open up to like a young woman's perspective. But even that, was not really interesting. But like I said, not a great movie. I'd say check it out if you randomly want to see it. It's not a big deal, but I cannot really see myself rewatching it more than once, and that's like if I had to, or but it was okay. I did watch this on DVD. The one of the cool things was that this actually came with like a little like postcard kind of photograph. It's pretty cool of Veronica killing one of the killers. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. I will be reviewing more horror movies coming up recently. I have a vast horror movie collection, so I'm going to be putting in these movie reviews every once in a while. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.